يلا صور. كلهم شايفهم سنين. ليش هيك؟
I think that transforms Kuwait in a real humanitarian capital. It's very important to underline the leadership and the initiative of His Highness the Emir of Kuwait. Without him, this would not have happened. And the extreme generosity of Kuwait, pledging a very, very important contribution to the humanitarian efforts that are being made. And the Kuwaiti example is then followed by others. So there is a multiplying factor here that makes Kuwait indeed an extremely important leading country in humanitarian aid in today's world, especially when one looks at the immense tragedy that the Syrian people is suffering.
Now you're pledging at least 6.5 million. You're requesting at least 6.5 billion. Dollars to help the almost 9 million people in need of urgent aid. How will this money be distributed and allocated according to the refugees outside of Syria and those displaced within?
Well, there is a 4.2 are for the refugees outside, the rest is for the people inside Syria. But what is important to say is that it looks a lot of money, but we are talking now of almost half of the Syrian population in need of humanitarian assistance, inside and outside. We are having more than 2 million Syrian refugees in the neighboring countries. The impact in their economies, in their societies, in their security is huge. Communities, I visited in Lebanon and Jordan villages that have more Syrians than Lebanese or Jordanians. And this of course creates dramatic problems to those communities. So massive solidarity, massive international support to the refugees, to the people displaced inside Syria, and to the host communities in the neighboring countries is essential. It looks a lot of money, but if you think about banks in the world, namely in my part of the world in Europe, that have been bailed out, a middle-sized bank in Spain, the bailout would cost 4 or 5 times more. So I think that people need to come first, and people in suffering need to come even first, and thanks to Kuwait, I believe it will be possible to find the resources to address this tragic situation of the Syrian people.
Now, this conference comes at a very specific time. It coincides with the Geneva II conference. Does this put any weight on this conference in particular, or do you think that they both complement each other?
Well, they are complementing each other. This is a humanitarian conference, but we know that there is no humanitarian solution. The solution is political. The solution is peace. The solution is the possibility for people to go back home in safety and dignity. And for that, Geneva II becomes absolutely crucial. So humanitarian action is essential because unfortunately the war is going on, but the most important thing would be to stop the war and to create the conditions for people not to suffer as much as they are suffering today.
Oh, thank you so much for your time. Do you have any final comments?
No, just to express my very deep gratitude to the people of Kuwait, to the government of Kuwait, and to His Highness the Emir. I will never forget the enormous generosity that Kuwait means for me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
for your
Thank
time,
you.
sir. السفير النمساوي. شكرا. احنا واقفين بنص. Yeah, he's filming all the people walking from you. All the guests. I can't see anybody from the people that I know.